The only true way to actually make passive income is to know what you're doing inside out. Most passive incomes are deriving from active income. Hey, it's Cody A here. I'm a coach and a 7-figure investor in stock option and real estate. I was featured on TD Direct Investing and 70 plus investor focused podcasts just last year alone. Okay, I get it. Most of you guys just want to learn the skills, set and done, and not do anything from now on and continue to have passive income rolling into your bank account. But here's the reality of things. You need to learn the things inside and out. Take myself for example. When I started stock investing in 2011, I learned it back in university. I learned everything about how do you calculate prices, strike price, and all that, but I never really learned about how stock option or stocks investing can make a difference in my life, in my financial life, right? So I just started with a lot of boring blue chip stocks, like a lot of the bank stocks in Canada, and make some dividends, some appreciation, nothing really fancy. Not until I ran into my day trading coach back in Taiwan, right? She was at that time already managing 8-figure USD, very low key. She doesn't have a YouTube video and she's really just managing money for people. And that's when I realized, hey, maybe this trading thing is something I can work with and quit my full-time job. So at that time I was working at Honda, the car company, for 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and working a lot of overtime. I was putting in 400 to 800 hours of overtime every day. And when I get home, I spend about 5 to 6 hours of day trading the Asian market. The only way I can make this work is because the Asian market is a 12-hour difference. So what I do for that 5-6 hours is I will read the news, digest the news, and I'll prepare what are my bias for the day, and I start doing my trading for another 1 to 2 hours. And then what's more important is that afterwards, and then I start writing reports reflecting on what I did for all those trades during those 1 to 2 hours. Why do I make those trades? Is that part of my strategy? What do I need to improve on? Right? So a lot of you guys might think, hey, Cody, now you have taught over hundreds of students. You must learn this with your talent, right? But the truth is it's not. That was a very active job. I was having my daytime job. I was having my nighttime job trading stocks in the Asia market. And I did that for 2 years between 2015 to 2017, right? And in the meantime, I stumbled across stock option, right? I would learn it back in university, but I stumbled across, how we can actually sell options to generate income more consistently and spend a lot less time. So while I was doing this day trading with my day trading coach, I was actually using my phone. I spent about 5 to 15 minutes every day just, watching the news and making some trades and said and done, right? And I realized that by the end of the 2 years I was doing day trading, that my profits from selling options actually makes better returns than my day trading. What I say by that is not the absolute terms of return, right? I make more money in terms of my ROI on time, right? Overall, I make more money on day trading, but if I calculate the time I put in, I made 10x the money in selling options on my phone. And the reason why I share this story with you fast forwarding to 2022 is because I want you guys to know the reality of passive income. It's not passive at all when you're learning it. It's a lot of work up front that I put in, and I established and compromised a lot of my daily schedule to really learn the art of work, right? I put in more than 10,000 hours of time myself. And since 2017, I'm still working my full-time job, but now I started taking on personal coaching clients. So I started teaching people one-on-one, and I started realizing the gap between active income and passive income. I brought myself a second job, actually a third job on top of my full-time job, trading and actually teaching people. And that's when I started creating a course, and now I have hundreds of students in my mastermind. So here are the 3 tips you can use right now that can make your stock option investing journey much more passive than when I first started. First is set up your account properly. What I mean by that is make sure that you have the right columns in your trade screen. You understand the most important value you need to look at in your portfolio page. You have your watch list set up properly so you know in your watch list what the stocks you're looking for. So when you need to pull the trigger, you can pull the trigger really fast instead of getting into an analysis paralysis. Second is you put your strategy on a piece of paper. When I first started, right, I didn't have that thing all organized out. But once I started teaching the course and now I have the mastermind where I share with all my students how I make a decision before I make a trade. For example, how much cash do I have? Do I have enough money to own 100 shares of the stocks? What is the volatility about, and etc. Right? So I make all those decisions beforehand, set those criteria, so I know that when I need to pull a trigger, it's not so much relying on emotion, but it's actually based on a research, try and true method. Then I have a checklist created on what do I do after I make a trade, right? If the market goes up, what do I do? What if the market goes down, or if the market stays the same? How do I close a position before it gets expired and keep all the premium? And also, I'll create a checklist on when I will close my trade, right? So am I gonna close my trade if there's certain things happen to take losses, or do I take profits when the stock price reach a certain price? Third, this is the easiest but the hardest thing you can do. I know a lot of you guys out there might have a huge watch list because we have been taught in school, we're on a lot of books that you have to diversify into your stock portfolio. That's why a lot of index fund and ETF are so prominent right now. But if you are going to invest in stocks, you really have to focus on only a small basket of stocks that you really know inside and out, all their fundamentals and what the company is doing to make money and what are their outlook for the next 5 to 10 years. Now the reason for that is if you know all these small basket of companies inside and out, and you only keep the best 10 companies on your watch list, this is gonna save you a lot of time doing research because it's almost impossible keeping track of all the earning reports and the outlook for all of these companies if you have more than 10. The reason why I said at 10 is not a definite number, but once you have more than 10, even with a team of coaches like myself and people doing research for me, we only have maximum of 20, right? So for you individual, having a maximum basket of 10 stocks can really make your life a lot easier because you're already done on the homework. So when you need to pull the trigger, you know what trigger to pull on. And also you do not have to keep track of so many stocks and keep up with all the news. Hey, so thanks for watching up until this point. I know I've been away for almost 2 years and I dropped a video 4 months ago. And that video, well, that just say we have a wash on the subscribers. So if you guys want to hear more, now I have a team of experts that can allow me to update on a weekly basis. So if you want more contents on stock option investing, real estate investing, and how you can just make more passive income and save you time on wasting time and money on learning things that you don't really need, then maybe you can consider subscribing and give this video a like, and so that will help more people like yourself to watch this video, and I really appreciate that. And also, if you guys have any question about the upcoming recession or any question you have in terms of investing, drop a comment at the bottom. I'll personally read it and reply to your question. And that could be a future video answering your question.